Did you see my Knicks? Did y'all see him? Did y'all see him? You know what, the first round, we out of the first round for the first time in a decade. It doesn't end there. It doesn't end there. It doesn't end there. We go into the finals. We go into the finals. Yo, go New York, go New York, go. Go New York, go New York, go. Say go New York, go New York, go.
Go. Seriously. Really happy for New York. Happy you won the first round. Big deal, the whole thing. I know it's been a long time. But how much should the Knicks fear Jimmy Butler?
Excuse me? Could you repeat that question?
How much should the New York Knicks fear Jimmy Butler?
How much should they or how much do they?
How much should they?
Be careful
He's
now.
been going off.
Be careful now.
No, Jimmy Butler and I go back a ways. I'm very concerned because he's that dude. And we'll have a discussion later about over the last 4 seasons what this man has done in the postseason. I understand that. Jimmy Butler is a superstar in the playoffs. He is something special. And he's a rough rider. He's a dog. I mean, he's not one of those people that's just trying to win. He wants to come to Gotham City, the Mecca, Madison Square Garden, and ruin everything for New Yorkers. That's what he want to do. That's the kind of spirit he got. We have to stop this man. We have to stop this man. Now, there's a lot of reasons to be worried because he's hitting threes now. Dropped 42, he's got 98 points in the last 2 games, completely taken off. We can talk later or a little bit later on in this segment about how much he was helped by Mike Budenholzer, how much he was helped by 13 missed free throws by Giannis, how much he was helped, you know, by Grayson Allen not really paying attention to the clock in the last shot of the game, how much he was helped. A lot of things. But in the end, it does not take away from the greatness of Jimmy Butler. I understand that when I'm talking about postseason Jimmy, I'm talking about greatness. I get all of that. But New York a different animal, baby. And when you come to the Garden, it's a different stage. And Jimmy's been on a lot of stages. Hell, he went to the finals. That was in the bubble. He was in the Eastern Conference Finals last year. But when you come to the Garden, you come to the Garden, it's a different beast, okay?
You think he's intimidated by the Garden?
We're going to find out. We're going to find out. I see y'all talking. We're going to find out. Remember, although he was a different player then, he was coached in Chicago by Tom Thibodeau. He was coached in Minnesota by Tom Thibodeau.
That's a good point.
The man is familiar. I know I don't make nothing but good points. The point that I'm trying to make to you, we understand that this coach is familiar with Jimmy Butler. Now, Jimmy Butler might be familiar with them too. But all I'm trying to say to you is this. There is a reason to fear Jimmy Butler, but that will only elevate the level of focus and tenacity and commitment that is necessary to take him down. And he will go down in this series. The Garden is a different animal. The Knicks have home court advantage in this series. Games 1, 2, 5, and 7 at the Garden, okay? I like the New York Knicks' chances. And by the way, just as an aside to my brother Kenny Smith, Queens in the building, Kenny Smith, TNT, the blasphemy. This man picked Miami. I was ashamed. It's a betrayal to New York. But I'll hold it down. New York gonna handle their business because they fear Jimmy Butler respectfully enough that they will key on him in ways that Milwaukee inexplicably never did.
Jay, how confident are you in the Warriors now?
I am extremely confident. I think this team is finding the way to play championship caliber basketball. Andrew Wiggins has not played in 2 months. I've never seen a person take off 2 months of an NBA season and come back and hit the ground running the way Wiggins has. Klay Thompson is making shots off the dribble. He's creating his own baskets. That's an additive piece to his game, something that we've seen a little bit more this year, but now 2 years in a running of him being healthy. And Stephen Curry, look, you can say Giannis missing 13 free throws last night has somewhat opened the door again to the conversation as it's fluid, as we, at the end of the year, always wonder who's going to stand on top of the mountain to be the best player in basketball. He's been unstoppable in this playoff series. Without Davion Mitchell, doesn't matter who the hell's guarding him, they have an answer. And the reason why I think this team, even if the Lakers are able to get by Memphis, they've been so many wars and battles, Stephen A. The matchups in which they have. If the Lakers win against Memphis, they can't chase around Desmond Bane, yet alone chase around Stephen Curry and Klay Thompson. We're telling me we're going to expect D'Angelo Russell all of a sudden be a defensive guru, or Dennis Schroeder to all of a sudden Austin Reeves to do all the hard work, the gritty work, to chase around screens. I think the continuity in which they play is the purest form of basketball that we have in the game today. It's the reason why Kevin Durant wanted to join a 73 wins regular season win team. It's because the continuity and the flow state is what you saw last night on the road against a De'Aaron Fox, who is one of the most special players in the game of basketball. I think the Golden State Warriors get to the Western Conference Finals now. If they're able to get by the Lakers in the next round, we'll see how they pan up against Denver or Phoenix. I think Denver is my favorite to still come out. But if I keep seeing Golden State continue to play this way, Golden State might be my favorite. If they continue to grow and elevate the way they've been playing over these last 3-4 games, it's a different team. And I give Draymond Green a lot of credit. A masterclass last night, not only defensively, but his ability to knock down shots and make plays. It's a full, complete team.
Props to the greatest shooter that God ever created in Steph Curry, although he shot 2 of 10 last night from three-point range, finished with 31 points. Moved into 5th on an all-time playoff scoring list ahead of Magic Johnson. 3,727 points in his postseason career. Props to Steph Curry. My whole point is, what did I tell you? You know what I'm saying? I got Golden State winning this series. I started off last year talking about how Golden State going to go back to the finals. Okay, I was picking them to repeat. I expected more from Wiseman. Didn't expect everything to happen and him end up being traded and all of this other stuff. Different story for another day. Okay? We understand their road woes and how they only won 11 and 30 on the road. We get all that. But what it specifically as it pertains to this series with Sacramento, what happened last night is the reason I picked the Warriors to win this series to start. Because I said at some point in time, the experience is going to come and it only needs one. You can't tell me that Steph Curry and Klay Thompson and Draymond Green can't find a way to win one playoff game on the road. One in a series. I don't believe it. I believe somehow. Now, that doesn't mean they'd win at home. It doesn't mean that they won't wet the bed by turning the ball over too much, they get cold or whatever the case may be. But I'm saying you can't tell me that they can't find a way to win a game on the road. Props to Mike Brown for the great year that he has had and deservedly Coach of the Year, bright future in Sacramento. I'm so proud of him, so happy for him. But we saw the teacher gain an advantage over the pupil to some degree because Mike Brown was an assistant under Steve Kerr, and we've seen what has happened over the last 3 games, some adjustments that Steve Kerr has made. Having said all of that, let me be very clear. Ain't no way in hell the Los Angeles Lakers are beating the Golden State Warriors if they win this series. And I believe they will. Okay? I believe the Los Angeles Lakers, by the way, I'm going to be there Friday. Now, I'm going to be there for that one. Okay? I don't believe there's any way in hell that the Los Angeles Lakers are beating the Golden State. The people want to know where the boys at.
Yeah, it's good that they know that game counts.
I'm going to be in that. You're damn right, because I don't show up to games that don't count. You're absolutely right. I don't waste my time. The point that I'm trying to make to you is the Los Angeles Lakers, especially the way they looked last night, because it wasn't the struggles of LeBron and all this stuff. It's the fatigue. It's the slowness. It's the age that looked like it creeped in, even if it's just one night. I'm just saying, when you look at the way the Warriors move the basketball run, I'm not picking the Lakers to beat no damn Warriors. So I'm looking at the Warriors at the very least. I expect them to win Game 6. I expect the Lakers to win. I expect them to take out the Lakers. That puts them in the conference finals, okay? In the conference finals. And then I got to take into account that high altitude in Denver. I got to think about that. So I'm going to reserve my judgment until then. I want to see what kind of shape cats are in and stuff like that. One series at a time at this point. But I definitely got the Warriors going to the conference finals.
I think they're special, man. I think it comes back to this conversation, Stephen A. Who's the best player in basketball right now? Who would you say it is?
Oh, my God, that's so hard right now. You know, I mean, to me, when I'm always saying to you, when healthy, I think Kevin Durant is the best in the world. I've been saying that for years. I still feel that way.
See, because what's happening, right? Even watching Devin Booker be more aggressive.
Devin Booker
he's been that one.
He's so special.
KD called it spiritual, right? So I'm looking at that, and I'm saying, okay, I watched Giannis last night, who was my best player in basketball, but then you missed 13 free throws.
Could you give me some credit?
You don't want the ball.
I know you don't want to give me
down
credit.
the
I
stretch.
know you don't want to give me credit. How many times? And I love
I
Giannis.
hate
And I
giving
love
you
Giannis. I love Giannis. But how many years I've been telling y'all? I've been telling y'all for years. I'm not labeling the dude the best player in the world that is questionable at the free throw line and questionable with perimeter shooting. I said those two things. I can't just give him the ball and tell him to take me there when those two are question marks.
He had a lower back contusion.
No. He dropped 38 and 20. I don't want to hear about a back contusion. He had 38 and 20.
He had a beast of a game.
He had 38 and 20.
Okay, he had a back injury. So we're going to act like he wasn't injured?
I'm talking more so about the jump ball, the hot pocket, instead of wanting to own the ball.
You
put me
can't.
on the free throw line.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming, sports, and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.